rich people beyond a certain level of wealth are evil. I'm like, who taught you that? They're like, oh, you can't ethically make $1 billion. I'm like, who taught you that? And they'll say the same things. Oh, well, somewhere down the line, someone on your team is evil and does something wrong, and because they're on your team, it's your fault. It's like, yo, who taught you that? If I eat food, do you get full? So that's null and void, right? You can't blame someone else on your team for that happening. You hired them. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. You can't blame them for that. Now you can hold them accountable and remove them from your team. That's the ethical thing that people are talking about. I agree with that component, right? But if you don't know how to wear, you don't know, then STFU. Now, for those who all have a phone in their hands, you're participating in the evilness. There's people in the Republic of Congo who are literally mining cobalt with their bare hands and no mask, no aspirations to protect them. And they're putting those cobalt and metals inside of laptops, phones, and technological devices. So if you really think that the billionaires are evil, so is your broke ass. Like, what? What are we going to do here now, right? We have to change the way we think about things. And Myron Golden thanked this man for so much, because like his mindset is genius. He said, you've been programmed to think that rich people are evil. He goes, name one superhero that's rich. And people go, oh, Batman, Iron Man, a Green Arrow. And you know what he said? He goes, you're right. They are rich. They're also the only superheroes with no superpowers. So if you're a good guy and you have money, there has to be a problem with you. There's a deficit. You're lacking something. But if you're an evil villain and you have money, that's the norm. That's fascinating. And most people think the same exact way, and they don't question where the roots of that idea came from. They're just throwing the fruit at you saying, yeah, I agree. But they don't think about where that came from, where that programming came from. Why is it that most people around you agree with what you think and feel what you feel and do what you do? Because you've been programmed. We've all been programmed. There's nothing wrong with being programmed, but there's a problem with staying programmed and the programming that keeps you stuck. It keeps you limited. It keeps you exactly where you are. Do you want to stay here forever? I know I don't. So for me, I would like, hey, how do I reset? Because I was set with this thinking. Now I'm going to reset this thinking. I was set with these emotional processing regulations and intelligence. Now I'm going to reset it. I was set with these standards of doing and taking action and not taking action and being here comfortable at that level. Now I'm a reset, right? I was set with these level of take this path and get these results. Now I'm a reset, because I don't want to have the same life I've been having. Not to say I'm not grateful for my life. Not to say I'm not grateful for my experiences. I am. I'm so grateful. I would not be here today without them. But I know that if I want to go from surviving to thriving, I have to become somebody completely different. I can't be who I've been, because who I needed to be to survive is not who I need to be to thrive. What I need to think, what I thought back then, kept me there. It got me out of that. But what I need to think to get over here, completely different. If you had billions of dollars, would you be evil? Right. Right. I don't think that money makes somebody evil. I think that money amplifies what you already are. And people are like, oh, so a lot of people are just assholes. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are assholes. I'm not saying that they all are, but if I'm an asshole in your story, that's fine. You're a clown in mine. You ever heard that phrase? Right? There's multiple ways to a perspective. Right? What the spider is to the fly is a horror story, but what the fly is to the spider is food. Like, there's always a different way to look at things, and I look at money and services and businesses as providing a product or a service, providing a solution for a problem. And people need or want this solution or this need or service, or this business, right? This product or service. If you're giving that to them, you're providing value. And if you pay for it, you're exchanging value. How is that evil? You need a shirt? Cool. People say, oh, but you don't have to pay $100,000 for a shirt. So don't. So don't. You control what's in your world with how you pay for it. Your dollar contributes to so much more than you realize. And most people spend it on being entertained, having liabilities and dressing it up as having fun, going out, being outside, calling it entertainment. It's a liability. It's programming. Rich people aren't evil. Not all of them. There's evil poor people. There's evil rich people. It's everywhere. It's not about money. So where did that come from? Who thinks that rich people are evil, or that if you get to a certain level of wealth you're evil, or that if you're a billionaire you're inherently unethical? Who thinks that? Put down in the comments below. It's a polarizing statement for people to think that way, but I don't really care. I really genuinely want to know who thinks that if you have billions of dollars you're ethically evil, and if you have uh uh just about, like, if you get past 499 million, now you're gonna be evil as soon as you hit 500. Like, what the hell? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. But what do you think? What do you feel? Tell me in the comments below. Argue amongst yourselves if you want to. I'll definitely comment on a couple people's posts. But we'll see what we get. As always, stay blessed, stay beautiful.